Now, from the studios of Into Tomorrow in Miami, this is ITTV.
Hey there, techies. I'm Dave Graveline, back for your weekly tech update. This is Into Tomorrow TV. Have you participated on our weekly national radio program lately? Did you know you can win prizes when you do? If you have any questions about anything related to consumer tech, or want to share your favorite app these days, or have a tip for our audience, call the Ask Dave hotline anytime, 24/7, 1-800-899-INTO. That's 1-800-899-4686. Of course, as always, you can also participate using our free Into Tomorrow app for your mobile devices. Make sure you select the audio option so we can hear you. We love it when our audience participates, and you'll love it when we send you some tech goodies just for calling into the program. Chris Graveline is here now with his popular segment, This Week in Tech History. Among other things, he reminds us of the first ever space station.
This week in 1961, the Federal Communications Commission, or FCC, gave approval for FM stereo broadcasting. In 1971 this week, Salute 1, the first space station of any kind, was launched by the Soviet Union. In 1972, Apollo 16, commanded by John Young, landed on the moon. This week in 1977, optical fiber was used to carry live telephone traffic for the first time. And this week in 1993, Mosaic web browser version 1.0, the browser that is credited with popularizing the World Wide Web, was released. That's our look back at This Week in Tech History, brought to you by IFA Berlin, the global innovation show for consumer electronics and home appliances. Get more info at ifa-berlin.com. If you've not already subscribed to our free once-a-week tech newsletter, you should. Stop by intotomorrow.com and enter your email address in the red box. You'll get an email confirming that you want to receive it. Accept it by clicking that link in the email, and that's all there is to it. You'll have Into Tomorrow in your inbox once a week.
Every once in a while, we like to look back at one of our previous Product Spotlight segments in a sort of Product Spotlight rewind. This week, we want to take you back to a segment Chris did on some cool solar-powered products and how they might help keep your family safe in case of an emergency.
Being that our studios are based in Miami, luckily the only natural disaster we really have to worry about is hurricanes. But we still need to have an emergency kit. My family has ours, and we make sure it's restocked at the beginning of each hurricane season. Of course, no matter where you live in the country, there's always the threat of one natural disaster or another, so it's always a good idea to have some sort of emergency kit. One problem that we might face is the lack of power. You can keep some batteries on hand, but what happens when those run out? We were introduced to one company's line of products recently and feel their products, and others like theirs, could be very helpful to keep on hand, not just for emergencies, but maybe even for everyday use. Solarific has a line of solar and hand crank powered products, and we decided to take a look at them recently. We'll start off with the Dynamo and Solar Waterproof LED flashlight. As the name implies, this flashlight has a solar panel on it that when left in the sun will charge its internal batteries. There are 3 different lighting modes, 1 LED, 3 LED, or flashing. They say that with an 8-hour solar charge, you can get at least 4 hours of flashlight use. And if you don't have access to sunlight, or if the battery runs out in the dark, you could always have the hand crank option to charge the battery. They say that a 1-minute crank will give you 60 to 80 minutes of flashlight use. You can pick one of these up online for about 25 bucks. Next up is the Radio Cube. This tiny little AM/FM weatherband radio is also solar powered and has the nifty hand crank. I like this not only for my emergency kits so that I can tune into the local stations for all the necessary information I need, but to also keep in my beach bag. I like listening to the radio while hanging out at the beach or by the pool, and this allows me to do that without worrying about bringing extra batteries. This one takes a bit longer to fully charge in the sun. They say about 35 to 40 hours, but it should give you a full 7 hours of radio on that charge. Of course, if the solar charge fades, it also has that hand crank to give you that extra boost. It sells normally for about 30 bucks, but as of the time that we're recording this video, they have it on sale on their site for about 14 bucks. The other product that I thought was pretty neat was the Solar Backpack Panel. You can attach this panel to a backpack, or it has a built-in stand. It gives you a USB port for charging your mobile devices. They've got a 1.2 watt model available, as well as a 5 watt model that'll charge your devices quite a bit faster. It doesn't give you the power you need to charge tablets, but they say you can use these to charge MP3 players, digital cameras, GPS units, and some cell phones. Much to my chagrin, their site says that it will not charge iPods and iPhones due to protection on those devices. I'm not really sure what that means. It also won't work on Blackberries, but I guess if you have an Android smartphone, you'll be okay. The 1.2 watt solar panel sells for about 40 bucks and the 5 watt version goes for about 80. While I was pretty bummed that the panel won't work for my iPhone, the flashlight and radio are part of my emergency kit and I see them coming in very handy if I should need them. If you have one of those emergency kits put together, let us know what technology you've included. Comment below or call us anytime on the Ask Dave hotline and let us know. We look forward to hearing from you.
Stay connected with us. Check out our Facebook page and hit that like button, fb.com/intotomorrow. You can also follow our official Twitter feed, @ITRadioShow. You can follow me, @DaveGraveline. Stay up to date with what's going on with the show, and don't forget our free tech newsletter, too. Links to all of our social media pages, our ITTV videos, our guests' websites, and lots more are on our site for your convenience at intotomorrow.com. Well, that'll about do it for this week's trip into tomorrow. Until next week, I'm Dave Graveline. Well, I'll still be Dave Graveline next week, but we'll see you online and on the radio. Using our free see, the problem with the cold is that you can't function and you can't speak clearly. Okay, there's your blooper. Now you also have something to bleep.